I'm Coop. This is a video review of the ZombieStrike SledgeFire. Let's get right into the unboxing. Included with the blaster is the blaster itself, some ammo, some stencils, and the instructions. Alrighty, I'll go over the external stuff, how it works, show you it firing, and then give you my opinion. Starting from the back, buttstock's very comfortable. And then this little unit holds all of your shells. It holds 3 shells. All 3 of these shells were included with the blaster along with 9 darts to fill the shells. Built-in little slots within the stock for you to place the shells into. It is worth noting if you place them in tip facing up, it will lock into place so they don't fall out. If you give it an unnatural slam, they will fall out. But no complaints there. You don't want it to be too stiff or you won't be able to pull it out fast enough. Giggity. It's also worth noting if you place it in face down rather than face up, it will fall in a little bit further. And that's actually resting on this little plastic bar down here. However, if you do it this way, it does go in a little bit lower profile, but it will fall out without much force at all. Going over the grip, it's a very large grip, but it's not like unfriendly to smaller hands. I'm a very big person. I would consider myself adult size. I am 21. And it's very comfortable for a large hand, but if you just want to choke up on it, and if you have a smaller hand or a smaller body, it's very easy, but it's definitely not alienating to adults. So kudos to Hasbro for getting that right. There is this texture thing that makes it look like somebody wrapped a cloth around. They did that in the other ZombieStrike blaster I reviewed. So that's pretty cool and that's new. Going forward, trigger is very basic. It doesn't have any function other than releasing the catch and firing. Up here is actually the unlocking mech for your barrel. Up here is the tack rail for sights or any N-Strike compatible accessories. Getting to the barrel, nothing moves up here. If you want to attach sling, there's slots all over this gun for you to find whatever mounting point you'd like. Under here is not an N-Strike rail, even though it might look like it at first glance. I believe they did that because once you collapse this barrel, if you had a huge attachment, it might get kind of annoying and tight in there. So getting to the operation of the blaster, to fire the blaster, you have to unlock the barrel by pressing this thing down and then pulling down. The prime weight is very light, very fast. As you can see there, these are the air restrictors. And then this little pit is where you place your shell. And if you can see, the barrel is resting, and if you extend it a little bit further, it will actually spring operate the shell upward. No complaints about the loading system. It is pretty quick as far as shotgun shells go. I'll show you the blaster firing. I haven't range tested it, but it's firing just as far as most other Elite blasters. In case it's not clear from the firing test, it fires all 3 darts at once. It is a shotgun. It doesn't fire them bang, bang, bang as a 3-stage trigger. There's no option for that. It's pretty much just fire all 3 and hope that you hit something. Getting into the ergonomics and feel, as I mentioned, it is very adult friendly. I have no complaints whatsoever with the function of the blaster. I am pretty picky with ergonomics and being adult friendly with Nerf guns, but absolutely no complaints if you like the style of gun like this. I see no reason why you wouldn't like operating it. Getting into my opinion of the blaster, it is quite high for this class. I consider class like the shotgun. I certainly would not use a shotgun as a primary, just because after you have those 3 shells emptied, it's going to be pretty difficult to reload. And after you fire 3, you have to go through this motion every single time to reload a single fire. It's a super fun blaster to use just to screw around, but if you're trying to compete within Nerf, I know that sounds pretty hardcore, but I mean like HVZ or anytime you're actually trying to win at Nerf, it's not a great idea to bring shells into the game, especially if you're running and you drop your shells, you're kind of out of luck. But you know, as far as shotguns go, I'm very happy with the blaster. I definitely like this bright blue. I think it's pretty cool. It seems new for Nerf, and I like how they're branching out with this ZombieStrike line. If you're looking for this type of gun, I would highly recommend it. If you're not looking for it or you want more traditional magazine-fed or front loaders, you know, there's definitely other options out there. I can't really say definitively buy this gun or don't buy this gun. It's all about feel for a shotgun because it's either kind of a love it or hate it. A lot of people really like shotguns because they're really interesting, really fun to use, and then some people who actually want to compete and actually beat people in Nerf, like HVZers, you know, they'll look at it and say, I would rather have something else. But to reiterate, as far as shotguns go, Hasbro did this very well. It's a very well-made gun. It might be a little overpriced for what it is and what you get with the package, but you know, if you have the money, definitely check it out. That concludes the review. Thanks for watching. This yellow is Krylon Fusion Yellow. I do not like Krylon Fusion. It did not apply very well. It took probably 8 times longer than a standard paint job because you have to apply this in really